Saudi Arabia has the highest percentage of military expenditure in the world, spending more than 10% of its GDP in its military. The Saudi military consists of the Royal Saudi Land Forces, the Royal Saudi Air Force, the Royal Saudi Navy, the Royal Saudi Air Defense, the Saudi Arabian National Guard, SANG, an independent military force, and paramilitary forces, totaling nearly 200,000 active duty personnel. In 2005 the armed forces had the following personnel: the Army, 75,000, the Air Force, 18,000, Air Defense, 16,000, the Navy, 15,500, including 3,000 Marines, and the SANG had 75,000 active soldiers and 25,000 tribal levies. In addition, there is an Mukhabarat Al A'amah military intelligence service. The kingdom has a long-standing military relationship with Pakistan. It has long been speculated that Saudi Arabia secretly funded Pakistan's atomic bomb program and seeks to purchase atomic weapons from Pakistan in near future. The SANG is not a reserve but a fully operational frontline force, and originated out of Ibn Saud's tribal military religious force, the Ikhwan. Its modern existence, however, is attributable to it being effectively Abdullah's private army since the 1960s and, unlike the rest of the armed forces, is independent of the Ministry of Defense and Aviation. The SANG has been a counterbalance to the Sudairi faction in the royal family. Prince Sultan, the Minister of Defense and Aviation, is one of the so-called Sudairi Seven and controls the remainder of the armed forces. Spending on defense and security has increased significantly since the mid-1990s and was about $25.4 billion in 2005. Saudi Arabia ranks among the top 10 in the world in government spending for its military, representing about 7% of gross domestic product in 2005. Its modern high-technology arsenal makes Saudi Arabia among the world's most densely armed nations, with its military equipment being supplied primarily by the US, France and Britain. The United States sold more than $80 billion in military hardware between 1951 and 2006 to the Saudi military. On the 20th of October 2010, the U.S. State Department notified Congress of its intention to make the biggest arms sale in American history, an estimated $60.5 billion purchase by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The package represents a considerable improvement in the offensive capability of the Saudi armed forces. 2013 saw Saudi military spending climb to $67 billion, overtaking that of the UK, France and Japan to place fourth globally. The UK has also been a major supplier of military equipment to Saudi Arabia since 1965. Since 1985, the UK has supplied military aircraft, notably the Tornado and Eurofighter Typhoon combat aircraft, and other equipment as part of the long-term Al A'amah arms deal estimated to have been worth £43 billion by 2006 and thought to be worth a further £40 billion. In May 2012, British defence giant B signed a £1.9 billion, $3 billion, deal to supply Hawk trainer jets to Saudi Arabia. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, SIPRI, in 2010-14 Saudi Arabia became the world's second largest arms importer, receiving 4 times more major arms than in 2005-2009. Major imports in 2010-14 included 45 combat aircraft from the UK, 38 combat helicopters from the USA, 4 tanker aircraft from Spain and over 600 armored vehicles from Canada. Saudi Arabia has a long list of outstanding orders for arms, including 27 more combat aircraft from the UK, 154 combat aircraft from the USA and a large number of armored vehicles from Canada.